Because of the pandemic, COVID-19, global supply chains are completely disrupted because of vessel delays. There's a huge imbalance in supply and demand. The market conditions are unpredictable and are changing rapidly. Empty boxes are in the wrong places in the world. We are facing port congestions in Los Angeles, Africa, UK, Australia, just to name a few. There are COVID cases on board of vessels. Yeah, the market is or was simply not ready for this and definitely completely overwhelmed. Expectations are that the capacity will remain very tight until Chinese New Year in Asia. When we talk about rates, every week we can see new record highs and spot rates are going up the roofs right now. When we talk about the equipment, the situation is very difficult, but I learned there's some hope also on the horizon, especially in Asia. It seems like that the situation is getting at least a little bit better as of January. When we look at the capacity situation, every ship is in service right now. There's simply no more ships out there to charter or to get. And when we look at the idle fleet capacity right now, the percentage is below 2%, so an all-time low. When we look at the empty equipment situation, the carriers have implemented drastic measures. They're bringing back the empties in particular to Asia, where they are desperately needed for the big trades. And obviously this has also a negative effect on some other trades where they are probably also needed right now. And when we look at the rate levels, maybe the rate levels before the pandemic were also not sustainable, but one thing is also sure and clear: the current spot market is also not sustainable. So the truth is probably, as always, and most of the times, somewhere in the middle. That is a very good question. Nobody has this magic crystal ball, and which we all are looking forward to have. What's the market look like in 2021 and let's say after Chinese New Year? I would say the market will remain unpredictable. Everyone thought after the Golden Week this year the market will slow down, but it didn't, and we shouldn't expect that also after Chinese New Year that the market will go down the cliff. This will definitely not happen. We will continue to see a strong market, especially in the United States. And we will continue to see a disrupted supply chain because, the pandemic and COVID is simply not over. And until it's over and life is getting back to normal, we will continue to see a very, very difficult market situation. We are offering communication, transparency, openness. We are all in the same boat. Customers, carriers, us the freight forwarders. We have never been in such a situation. So let's work together as a team until the pandemic is over and business life is getting back to normal. On the solution side, unfortunately, there's no one size fits all. Also here, let's talk, let's communicate, let's identify the pain points, and I'm pretty sure in most of the cases we can offer, or we are offering, solutions. On the carrier side, we are a global player. We have access to all services around the world. We have allocation, equipment, but of course that also has limits. But definitely we have advantages over the small freight forwarders right now. We are also able to offer other solutions like LCL, air freight, sea air and rail solutions. Last but not least, we have a global network, a very hard-working, dedicated sea freight team who serviced you 24/7 in 2020 and will do the same in 2021. Obviously, also communication. A greater extent of flexibility doesn't harm these days, and forecasting is probably more important than ever before. Book in advance. 2 weeks is probably not enough. 3 weeks, 4 weeks is maybe better. And try to avoid peaks. And most importantly, ship as booked. Lastly, I would like to mention, and that counts for all of us, let's have an understanding for the severe market situation we are all in. Not just in business life, but also private life. Let's keep our supply chains alive together. Thank you very much.